and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's
almost
time!
Oh, it's time in the city. I'm high as hell right now. I'm Cornbread, a.k.a. Blue Hefner. You know what I'm saying? Blue Refner, excuse me. That's how gone I am. And in the red corner, you got none other than the Texas Tahitian Tree. None other than A1 Music. Y'all give it up. And then in the blue joint, on the blue side, that's my side right there, we got the Haitian Holleration Hater. Actually, he's a little bit more gingerly. But give it up for my man, Paul. Feel me?
What up?
And we fresh out. Look at that. Look at that.
There we go. And we on the proper sides.
Word up.
So how y'all doing this evening?
Man, chilling, man. Just returning a couple texts, you know what I'm saying? And I'm locked in, you know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second.
Oh, yeah. Do your thing. How about yourself, Paul?
I'm doing good. I was about to go over and share our stuff on Facebook, and it looks like we've got some sort of copyright strike or something.
Copyright strike for what?
I think we can't go live for. I'm trying to go to the account right now. I have no idea.
Is it over the flipping thumbnail?
I think it might have been. What was on the thumbnail?
Ridiculous.
Because it flagged something from 22 minutes ago.
22 minutes ago, the thumbnail. Huh?
I think so. Yeah, it's not live. We can't go live for X amount of time. I didn't see what it said.
Was it okay just on Facebook? Well,
yeah, just Facebook, I think.
Okay. Well, no. Well, can you get it going live on the Twitter then?
I don't know. Let's see.
It says it's live on the Facebook.
Does it?
Oh, no, it's not checked off, though.
Yeah, it's got an exclamation point on mine. Oh, no. I thought as long as you magnified or like crop something by more than 30% or something like that and did so much that it was all right. But I guess I might have to do my homework some more. My apologies, Huck. I'm just trying to be more fucking professional in our thumbnails instead of it just being some generic looking something. But duly noted. Like, I don't get it. Whatever. I ain't even gonna let it fuck it with me right now. We had some all right fights here last night. Kind of a weird card too. A lot of decisions, but I feel like, you know, they was trying to put on for the UK, so they, like, a lot of people that probably wouldn't have fought or gotten a chance to fight got a chance to fight because of that. Like, there's a couple fights. When we get into it, I will say it. I missed the first two. Didn't get a chance to go back and watch them. I know the first one, what was it? Filo versus Daniel Perez.
Hold on, let me pull up my cheat sheet. You feel me?
Whoa, what the fuck?
So, first fight was, Filo and Daniel Perez. Run that. I didn't come in until the next one.
Gotcha.
So,
I didn't really see that one either, but it looks like it would have been one to watch. It was a submission in the first round at 326.
I didn't see that either. I thought I saw all the fights. That's so weird, dude. I tuned in right at 11.
Huh. And maybe they ran that one off air. Who knows?
Maybe.
But that leads us into the second fight, and this was part of our
Parlay Boys.
And it was Shauna Bannon, who was 5-0 going against
Yeah, so
Brazil?
I'd like to take this one a little bit because
No, go for it. I didn't get to watch it, and unfortunately, like
so
this was my pick.
so
So
okay. Shauna Bannon, the Irish woman, versus Bruna Brazil from Brazil. So I think that's kind of hot. You know what I'm saying? Now, Shauna Bannon, fam, they said is like a 15-time kickboxing champ over in Europe, like has beat countless people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, that's cool and everything. She was 5-0 going into this. And then like you see her and it's like, dude, you're fighting like it's like the All Valley Karate Tournament. Nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Whereas Brazil went in there and she's like, oh, I'm about to hurt this bitch. Now, Brazil, if you don't know, got her contract last year off Contender Series with a motherfucking head kick so crucial to who was it? McCann, maybe? It was somebody of that caliber, but there was she meant business like Kanowski and Associates. So you going into this one and you're like, okay, 15-time champ versus, a newly contracted UFCer. And dog, you could tell the difference between what they thought it was. That's all I'm saying. Because Bannon went in there bouncing taekwondo style. I'm gonna come in with the left side kick lead, maybe jab straight after that. You know what I'm saying? And like that lead side kick was like her only weapon. That's like the only thing that got through. And I'm just sitting there watching this, like, wait a minute, this bitch is not only a champ, but a 15-time kickboxing champ. And I understand there's a difference between kickboxing and Muay Thai. I understand she's not a Muay Thai champ. I know kickboxing is kind of a point fighting, you know what I'm saying? But the basics are still there as far as striking goes. And the defense is still there. Like we've seen kickboxers that adapt and can hold their own. I don't know what the F she was doing, but watching it the whole time pissed me off.
Well, I'm glad I didn't see it.
Like, dude, I myself have practiced boxing and Muay Thai and kickboxing and Taekwondo. You know what I'm saying? And like, so what I'm saying is if I'm a boxer going against another boxer, I know what to expect, and I know they know what to expect, right? So if you telling me you a 15-time defending champ boxer, and I keep hitting you with double jabs straight because you're not moving your hand, something's not congruent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So either you were boxing for points and in like little kiddie tournaments, or the motherfuckers you saw wasn't shit. Because she went in there, basically got taken down once per round, and that's how she lost. Because Brazil didn't really do that much more, you know what I'm saying? But it was just the fact that she was in there like, we're playing, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and I'm over here yelling at the TV. I'm getting in Aaron Ball mode, you know what I'm saying? Oh, what the fuck are you doing? But like, she can hear me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, that's
I
not
feel some type of way as someone who used to fight. Like, that's why I can see and recognize and understand shit even when I'm in it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And that's probably also why you get so frustrated too, is when you because you understand the technique, you understand the science behind it, and then you're like, and when you see somebody that's supposedly versed in it not following the basics, and you're like,
that's all, fam. Like,
what the fuck? But yeah, no, that would looks like unanimous decision for Brazil. So
I want to say
from
29-28 and a 30-28 or some shit. Like, yeah.
And on that note, like, our parlay busted, and it was on me. I'm like the weakest link right now at this point. Up to this point, I feel like I've had the most busted fucking fights in the parlay. So maybe I'll just start sticking with the main events and the shit I know should go the way that it goes.
Don't even trip on that, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just talking shit. Again, but you could be the best expert in this shit and still be picking wrong. Like, this is the fight game.
Oh yeah, no, it just happens like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was One, I like that region of fighters that's coming like out of there and Scotland and even England a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the caliber of fighters that's coming out of there. And the other thing is Conor co-signed her.
Yeah.
And was like, no, she's ready. You know what I'm saying?
And again, that ain't saying shit at this point if Connor's co-signing.
I mean, yes.
I don't know if he knows what he's talking about.
It's just because she's Irish.
But what I'm saying is he didn't co-sign my man Ian Gary though. And he's really doing that.
He should have. I think he has since, but yeah, I get
that's what I'm saying, dog. So
I think it's because they could potentially fight each other, so he doesn't mention his name because they're like both 170 right now.
I think Gary would fuck him up, really.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like Gary is that, and like don't get me wrong, there was a point that McGregor might have been that or could have been that if he would have stayed true to what he was doing, but he got that money, he got that payday, and he ain't been the same since.
Word up.
Next fight though
Brazil
was Chris Duncan versus Jamal Ashmus,
the Scotsman. Chris,
Yep.
What's his moniker? His it's not danger, it's something though.
The Problem.
The Problem. There you go.
Chris the Problem.
And because I asked because he kind of was that to our Hard J representing. He's from Jersey, but he still is real. You know,
well, no, yeah, we're watching it and we get a message in group chat from Cornbread going, I didn't know that there was a Hard J in the UFC.
You know, I don't say that word. You know what I'm saying? I just call them Hard J's and keep it moving. But you know who you are if you is real. You feel me?
But not like in Ashmus, I gotta give him credit because early or at some point in that first round, Duncan threw, I think it was a head kick. And,
right roundhouse head.
Yeah, and Ashmus went up to block with his left hand, and his arm was compromised basically.
From that point on,
the first round from that, and then fought 2 rounds one-handed. By the third round, I don't know if Duncan realized it in the second, but they did obviously between the second and the third, somebody addressed it because Duncan came out and realized like, hey, dude is not throwing anything from his left.
Right.
And kind of started turning it up. And I don't know, because me and you kind of had a little bit of a disagreement as far as how that one was. I thought he was trying to take him out one arm or not. I didn't think he was showing him any mercy. I just think Ashmus was tough and still, even though he was one-handed, was dangerous. Like he was still throwing with some power in that third. There was one that missed by like 2-3 inches maybe, that if that thing would have connected, could have been a game ender. It could have ended the fight. And I get Duncan, though, being standoffish, too. Like, I've already got this dude beat. I don't need to rush in and get the kill. I could just keep riding the way that I'm riding, and as long as I don't get caught. It's like, how bad would you feel? You just got beat by a one-armed fighter. Like, you was winning the fight, too, and then just got caught with something.
So that's where our discrepancy, well, mine comes from, is because so in the first round, he throws the kick, right? And you might not notice it then in that round, you know what I'm saying? But definitely once the round ended and he went to his corner and they said, hey, I think you messed his left arm up. He's not throwing it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in your corner and I see that and say, hey, he's not throwing that, I need you to keep throwing that high kick. But throw it in combination. Set it up. Don't just throw it out there. Like, get him to lean to that side or do something and then throw it. You know what I mean? I said, because that's the thing. We're in UFC. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I respect you. But as soon, like, so how is that not the same thing as if I hit you and you stumble back and do all that shit? I'm not going to fucking rush on that. So if I kick you and compromise you from a block, I'm going to pounce on that. Because either what's going to happen is I'm going to kick you so many times until you're like, nope, I'm good. Or you're just going to say, no, I'm good.
No,
or I'm
exactly.
gonna knock you the fuck out.
Exactly. And to Ashmus's credit, he wasn't trying to, stop. He knew he was fucked. He knew he was compromised. And he was like,
that's why I have to keep going if I'm in that situation. That's why Duncan should have knocked his head off.
Yep.
And then once it was over, been like, dude, I'm sorry. You know what I had to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah.
But yeah, no, he ended up, Duncan got the decision, pretty clear decision, because again, dude was compromised so early. And then it's not because of not fighting. Chris Duncan caused that compromise with that kick. So, kudos to him for getting the dub, and kudos to Ashmus for toughing that thing out and fighting basically one-handed for 2 rounds. Like, wasn't trying to block with it or nothing. But
so, and also real quick, Chris Duncan is one of 5 active UFC fighters from Scotland. Do you know the other 4?
Paul Craig.
That's one.
Nope.
Joanne Wood. That's the only other one I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to look at it right now. It's not pulling up for me, so that's okay. But yeah, Paul Craig, Joanne Wood, Chris Duncan. I will find the other 2. We'll have them for you. Anyway, so the next fight.
Ketlen Vieira versus
Penny Kianzad.
Penny Kianzad. And this one, actually, for it being on the undercard, was a back and forth fight. Vieira had a very dominant control on the ground in the first round, had threatened with an arm triangle, but she never left mount. Like bro, I was screaming at the TV that fight, like, no, get over the sidecar, sidecar. And she never fucking did it. I don't know. And they hinted at it. The announcers actually did pretty good, other than Bisping. I knew Bisping was going to be annoying last night because the shit was in fucking London. And there's a couple fights that I was like, bro, we're not watching the same fight because you're dick riding these UK fighters so goddamn hard. Like, had like certain fighters up ahead in cards, and I'm like, bro, what are you watching? But Vieira had very dominant control in that first, and in the second ended up threatened with that arm triangle, but never left him out.
And then I think it was the end of the second where she tried to arm bar.
Yep, and then in the third round, she took Kianzad's back cage side and had locked in a body triangle, was working towards her rear naked, but then was reversed by Kianzad, who actually ended, like, I think it was like the last minute 40 or so with top control and landed some decent ground and pound. I think she stole that round actually with that on a couple judges, because I think the finals, it was a unanimous decision for Vieira.
Yeah.
But it was 29-28 when it should have been 30-27. Kianzad actually was that would have been a 5-round fight that actually would have been interesting to watch, because the momentum there towards the end of that third round was definitely in Kianzad's favor.
Wow.
But no, definitely decent fight. I couldn't complain, other than the fact that I was complaining that the girl that she didn't jump over into side control and really finish that arm triangle.
Yeah.
Like, if she would have done that, it
was over with.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, I don't know if she was afraid to lose position. I feel like she would want to say they were both decent, like at least black belts, and she just never took the easy.
No, they said Vieira's wrestling is like, she's real good, like she's up there.
So it should have been something she knew and should have had no problem doing.
Right. Word up. But this next one, though, you know what that's part of.
Parlay boys.
Word up. And this is my pick.
Mahmoud
Muradov.
Versus Brian Barberena, who was made his middleweight debut. He usually fought at welterweight, and this was his first fight at 185.
Word up. And just dominance from Meredith the whole time, kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like in that third round, Mahmoud was being very tentative. Like he knew he was up, and he like almost was just coasting that final round. It's not stuff that I like to see from people that are, you know, trying to make a name for themselves, trying to climb that ladder. Like if you're, you know, and I give Brian Barbereno credit too, because this dude is tough as fuck. Like was getting lit up that first round, like had him hurt and wobbled a couple times. And dude got through it, dude. Like anytime Murata got him down, Barberena was able to get back up. Like, but skill wise, there was definitely a difference, and Mahmoud had the edge. It was a decent fight, though. Well, I can't say it was necessarily boring, but I would have liked to have seen Murata finish stronger in that third, like really make an exclamation on it. The next fight, though, Mick Parkin versus Jamal Pogues.
Now, this is where I started tuning in and out. I was like making.
Well, you didn't really fucking miss much on that shit, man. That personally, personally, the way these guys fought, and with them being heavyweights, they should have been way down earlier on the card. Like, I've never seen two guys go at it for 3 rounds, 15 minutes that are both heavyweights, and get to the end of the fight and still look like they could fight another couple rounds. Like that, y'all are fighting wrong if you're heavyweights and you just went to a 15-minute decision and you've still got energy. Like, no, it was kind of it felt like an exhibition fight. Like I almost feel like somebody in the brass at the UFC told Pogues like, hey, you can hit him, but don't beat him. Like just test him. And that's exactly what Pogues did for the first 3 minutes of that first round. I felt like Pogues was punching at the dude's gloves, like wasn't even trying to make contact with his face until they finally got close into a clinch and he threw an elbow and actually caught Parkin pretty good. Other than that, I mean, it was just kind of a little back and forth, little 20% leg kicks and shit like that for the next 2.5 rounds. And Parkin edged out the decision. It was unanimous 30-27 across the board. So again, I feel like Pogues probably did the job that he was asked to do. And that was just kind of be there.
Word up.
Next fight was
about that then.
Next fight was actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
Mark Diakis versus Joel Alvarez.
Word up.
And Alvarez is one of a handful of Spaniard fighters that is on the UFC card. This was a lightweight bout.
Like from actual Spain.
Yes, actual Spaniard.
Not like Russell Crowe.
I don't know so much about his opponent, Diakis. They had a lot of UK fighters on there. Not to say that they haven't gotten some stuff done over there. It's obviously being over here, we don't hear a lot about them. So this one was kind of back and forth. And I could kind of tell, though, as it was going, Alvarez was kind of starting to pick his spots and impose his will. Kind of, you could tell the longer it was going, the more trouble Mark was going to be in. And sure enough, in the second round, Alvarez pulled out that submission and made it look fairly easy.
Hey, it happens, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Best of the best. Now I did see the next one, which
this was one of my favorites of the night, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Johnny Parsons.
Yeah, I know y'all have heard of the Alan Parsons Project.
Yeah.
Well, this is the Johnny Parsons mullet, man. And fucking let me tell you, as soon as I seen it and I seen that he was fighting old English boy, I was like, yeah, we got to go Team America on this. I mean, that mullet, he's got to make a statement, and then he's got to let that thing fly and let out that eagle call. Let out that eagle call. Let that mullet scream.
And boy, did he.
He did. He also is a Muay Thai specialist, like had some experience in Muay Thai and whatnot. And you could tell that, like, it was really fun to watch because I felt like he was baiting Roberts into some positions and whatnot. I was like, oh, you want to play this game? Okay, we'll play this game a little bit, and just fucking came out. It was second round actually. I was kind of upset because I think there's like 2 or 3 seconds left in the round in the second round when he finally got the TKO. He had him hurt several times up to that point in that second round leading up to it. And when the judge stepped in, dude, I was watching with you.
Yeah, because didn't he like hit him and like knock him back and he
Yeah,
rolled
no,
and
like
hit
it
him one
fell
more
back
time,
and then got him once
and
he was
and
down.
the ref was like, "No, he's good."
Yep, and the fan in me wanted to see that third round just because I want to see dude get knocked around some more. But I also, having watched as much as I've watched up to this point, that dude was done. I doubt even if he would have made it out of that second round, I doubt he would have been ready to come back in the third. Like his corner probably would have thrown in the towel, and it still would have gone down as a TKO. So no, it was good on the ref for doing it when he did. Some people were upset, but you also got to remember the ref's not clock watching. He's not watching the time. He's watching the fight.
The fight,
if he's watching to see when the round's done, he's not doing his job properly.
Right.
That's why that sound is there. But no, and that actually got fight of the night bonuses. So good for you, Mr. Parsons. Little extra $50K probably to take home. Don't maybe upgrade that ticket to first class on your way back. I don't know.
He said to first class on the way back.
Next fight though was Davy Grant versus Daniel Marcos, which Marcos was undefeated coming into this against Dangerous Davy Grant was his nickname. So you knew it was going to be a fight, and actually,
it was, man.
It really was. And for the odds, I mean, the odds weren't too crazy. I want to say Marcos was a -155 favorite. Yeah. Grant was a +135 dog, but Grant made this a fucking dog fight. Like he did the damn thing. He brought it to him. Good pressure. Marcos did not look comfortable in there after so long, or just didn't feel like, even after a couple rounds of fighting, I don't feel like he could figure out what Grant was trying to do. And that's what made this competitive is Grant, give him credit, like was kind of unpredictable as far as what he was throwing. He wasn't being super predictable or picking the same combos to go at. The way that third round went and the way Marcos looked, and I think I base my opinion and how I feel over how the fighters say they want the fight to go prior to them even stepping in there. Like, cause no, this dude Marcos is like, oh, I'm fighting for my family and I'm just going out there and I'm gonna knock this guy out, and like it is like all or nothing. Like I was like, oh, this dude's fighting for a purpose. Well, he didn't seem like it when he was in the fucking fight, especially that third round. He was just trying to get through
family, man.
Yeah. And so when the fight ended, I even called it. I was like, this is going to be a split. And I'm surprised with it being, in Grant's side of the woods. I'm surprised that Grant didn't get that split decision. I was actually I was chuckling to myself thinking, I'm like, oh, Marcos is losing his O right here because he didn't go in. He didn't try to finish this strong. But Marcos got the split decision victory. I want to say, yeah, he's still undefeated. But yeah, kudos to Dave Grant for making that a fucking fight. Like that was a good fight. That actually was originally supposed to be the main prelim. I think they ran out of time because that actually ran on the main card. It kind of threw me off. I'm like, I thought we were going to lose a fight because shit had taken so long. And then they just had them, instead of it being the main prelim, they put them first on the card.
Yeah.
And then next fight was Lerone Murphy versus Josh Calabo. Calabo tried to make this a fight. I was pulling for the Aussie because I heard he trained with our boy Volk. So I was like, yeah, I gotta get on. I gotta get on, Team Josh there on that one. First round was actually pretty competitive. Little back and forth. I gave the first round to Josh, and then that second round, Lerone made some adjustments. And even it's not like either one of them was super hurt, but you could tell by the end that Murphy had kind of done
more damage
on that one.
Word up.
But yeah, the fight, that fight, which was, yeah, I guess, yeah, 3 fights. Or nope, damn that. See, there was a lot of flipping fights on this card last night. It's just not a lot of big names or people that you would know, like this
Yeah.
the lightweight bout, Jai Herbert versus Faris Zayam.
Yeah.
Was not impressed with Herbert at all. Like, just I don't know. And it's funny too. I do my homework. I place my bets. Like I'll place my strategic bets and the stuff that I've done my homework on. But then I have fun with it. I'll just place some bets on a whim, and it pisses me off when they're not going the way that I want it to go. So that I get mad at them. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, Jai. Like, yeah, just take my $3.
It pisses me off.
But no, yeah, they fought. It was back and forth. But yeah, no, Zayam had the better stand-up, pointed out a decision win. Nothing super spectacular. Like, I had actually, first handful of fights, I had taken some notes because there was a lot of action, and actually there were some good fights. I actually wanted to remember how they played out. This one was just kind of so. But the next fight was a good fight. This is actually the middleweight debut for Paul Craig, the Scotsman. And he fought Andre Munoz. Funny thing is the lead up to this fight, as they were coming out, like, all the announcers are talking about how this is going to be a strictly ground game. It's going to be a ground war. It's going to be back and forth. There wasn't shit for ground game until fucking like the final 20 seconds of the first round. It was back and forth, stand up. Craig's stand up has gotten better. And I hope it had, after what had happened to him with Johnny Walker and shit, that he looked very sloppy. And not to say that was necessarily his fault. He did what you're trained to do. You catch a kick. He wasn't ready for that back fist.
Right.
And the 3 others that followed, like, just it fucked him up. But nah, he came down to middleweight. First round, like I said, was a little competitive back and forth. That second round, Munoz, I want to say, probably stole that first round with that takedown at the end and a little bit of control. Wasn't a ton, but, you know, he ended in a position. Second round goes out. They go back, I think maybe 30, 40 seconds in or so, and it goes down to the ground again. And I think first Craig was off of his back, but get a couple submissions, and I was hoping he was going to get it because I locked him in for a submission win on that. He was one of my dog picks. But kind of closer towards the end of the second round, Craig started throwing a lot of ground and pound, and you can tell that he's been working a lot on Yo.
Shouts, what up, nerd?
I'm glad you can find us with our strike on Facebook. I gotta say,
my man's on Twitter.
Okay, yep. Well, now I moved it over. I can't. Glad you found a way to find us, but
we got a little storm brewing, so I might be cutting in and out. I don't know.
Gotcha. Now you good so far? But towards the end of that round, I felt like his instinct. He wanted to go to get that submission. But at the same time, like, he wanted to make a statement. He wanted to show, hey, I've improved. I don't need to just submit dudes. Like, I've got some power, and took him out with some good elbow ground and pounds. I think it was like late into the second, but yeah, got the TKO, and actually a performance of the night bonus for that one. So maybe he's found a new home at 185. He was talking about still wanting to bounce back and forth, and, just fight where the fights are, but he looked really good against number 14 at middleweight.
Now he should fucking fight Bo Nickel.
Bo Nickel, yeah, no, that's
let's go.
He did mention after the fact that he would take that fight, and he thinks it would be a good fight. He did. We were talking just this last episode, and Paul brought up, like, hey, maybe Bo should fight Chris Curtis, because then it's a win for everybody. If he's legit, we get to see Chris Curtis get beat up.
Spoken like a true savior.
Yeah, but now Craig had mentioned wanting to fight Nickel, and to be honest, if Nickel wants to test himself, fight Craig.
Let's go.
Dude's got a legit ground game. He's got experience, and it's not a rollover like that. I bet you the opening line on that. I bet you Nickel's still favored, but it's probably like by like minus 100, 115 or something. Like it's
I
gonna
bet
be
it's minus 350.
You think it's minus 350 if he goes against Craig?
Yep.
Whoa.
Write it down. Timestamp it.
No,
We'll
you
come back to
write it down. I ain't writing this down.
I'm not writing it down either. I just meant metaphorically. Write it down. Put it on
35,
Next fight,
40.
Nathaniel Wood versus Andre Fili. I don't know how this one didn't get any honors.
Andre Touchy-Feely.
Because this was a good fucking fight. Like 20 seconds into this fight, Fili had Wood hurt, like wobbled, like did the little dip, like he was trying to limbo. Got back up though, fought through it, and I think by the end of that first round, had Fili hurt and was really dominant.
Yeah.
And then in the second round that started out, I think Wood kind of had the edge to start out and then got hurt by Fili towards the end of that second. That was a back and forth fucking fight. They were just brawling. I like this kid, Andre Fili. I really do. He's showing that he's scrappy, he's game, he's competitive. This is the type of shit that they want to see in the UFC. Start giving this kid some more fights and you're going to have some people tuning in. Ended up going to decision. Nathaniel Wood got the dub, and actually, I feel like he did enough to pull it out. It was, like I said, back and forth. I actually had it one apiece going into the third, and towards the end of the third, out of that whole third round, Wood landed the only hard power shot where he had his head rocking back and shit, and that's what won him this fight. And got to give him credit because somebody had to do something. The way that fight was going, if that fight by Wood, it would have been either a draw or a split because it was just too close of a third round until that bigger shot landed. And it was, I think, with just, like maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds left in the fight. So it was an exclamation point, and the only exclamation point at a perfect time as far as, trying to secure a victory.
Word.
But this next fight was the co-main event. Molly Meatball McCann versus Juliana Stoliarenko.
It was also my pick on the parlay.
Parlay boys.
Did you pick Molly?
I did.
Uh-oh. Wah, wah,
Womp womp.
wah.
Yeah,
Butchered it.
Stoliarenko came out and actually looked decent in the stand-up against McCann, too, before this thing even hit the ground. Yeah, I'm not going to say she looked like she was an elite striker, but she looked comfortable. She looked like she obviously had done some of this shit in training. As soon as that shit hit the ground, though, like, holy shit. And I don't think the UFC even saw this coming because McCann was like a minus 250 favorite or some shit like that. I think they were giving her what they thought was going to be a stepping stone, just a gimme.
Mm-hmm.
And Stoliarenko's like,
that's what my bet was riding on.
I wish I was trying to figure out a good nickname. I wish fucking McCann would have been ranked because that would have been Julia Stoliarenko.
Stoliarenko. I would have been Stoliarenko. You feel me?
And and then I was thinking, okay, what Molly Meatball McCann? Yeah, I bet she wished her arm was like spaghetti when that fucking arm bar hit because she shit. Nah, it was strong, it was quick, it was to the point, and she set that thing the fuck up and took that. Like, good for her too, because
with meatballs.
But yeah, no, she stole some of McCann's thunder. I'm looking forward to see because that was her trademark move. She's got like, I think it was like just a lot of fucking submissions up to that point. It was like 7, 8 arm bars or something like that leading up to that point to where like, yeah, that's not surprising that she was able to do that. But
She's
That brings
also
us to our
11 and
main
8.
event, which was number 5 ranked Tom Aspinall. Is actually just coming off of a year-long injury recovery. He tore an MCL and ACL. I think had to have some surgeries and shit. Was gone almost.
He was the Englishman, right?
Yep. He was gone almost a full year, and actually, he had where he had done it at was at the O2 Arena the year prior.
Bob Spaghetti.
He's nervous, but on the surface,
He's Mom Spaghetti.
Yep, Mom Spaghetti.
Molly Mom Spaghetti McCann.
Spaghetti. But yeah, no, number 5 ranked Tom Aspinall versus number 10 ranked Tybura, which if you looked at the betting lines, this was kind of a tune-up fight to see if Aspinall was back to where he was prior to getting injured. It really did not take long to figure it out. Minute 13, and he got the TKO. And actually, another fun fact for this one, the official strike count for Tybura for the fight, 0. It's a flawless victory for Tom Aspinall. So
Flawless victory.
Yeah, no, he did not get touched. Tybura, I don't even know if Tybura threw a shot, but he didn't.
What did he do?
He got beat up.
Yeah, he was a punching bag.
Damn.
And then after the fact, Aspinall has made it clear what he wants to do. He wanted to see who the winner of Gon and Pavlich was going to be, and was going to fight the winner of that. But now both of them.
I thought it was Spivak.
Or Spivak. Yep, you're right. Spivak and Gon. But now both of them have gone on record saying, no, if you want it, come get it. Like, they both challenged them. And so I think what the fight is going to be next is going to be Aspinall versus Gon. If he can get through Gon, he says he wants a shot at John Jones.
Man, dude.
Yeah, I'd like to see him fight either Gon or Sergey Pavlovich.
I don't think anybody got that for Sergey right now, fam.
That's why I want to see it. We need to find out.
Because Bones doesn't do Sergey like he did Gon, fam.
I agree.
I think he still does them, but I think it's more of a challenge.
It might be like that for Aspinall too, so we need to see who deserves it.
They're going to have to set up a couple fights because we already know
I say do Aspinall and Gon, leave Sergey alone, and then let Sergey see the winner of Aspinall.
Because Pavlich has already fought Spivak, right? And fucking knocked him out. I want to say, man, I'd say run Gon and Pavlich and Spivak and fucking Aspinall.
We'll see.
I could be throwing a wrench in what they're trying to do. They're wanting to get Tom to the belt. That's what they're trying to do. And I can't say I don't blame him. Dude is elite. Like, he took number 10 out in a minute 33 or minute 13 after being gone 12 months. So, like, he might be ready.
Because what is it? Spivak's 4, Gon is 3, and Sergey's 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that. Actually, I want to say last I checked, I thought Stipe was ranked number 3.
Or yeah, that's what it is.
I think Pavlich is like number 1 contender right now.
He might
Pavlovich number 1, Pavlovich, Gon, Miocic, Blades, Aspinall. And then Spivak is 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pavlovich, like.
Oh, yeah, Aspinall shouldn't fight down. Yeah, he shouldn't fight Sergey. Fuck that.
Oh, Spivak's way down there?
Yeah.
Okay, I say, yeah, run Gon and Pavlovich and then fucking Blades and Aspinall.
Let's go.
I want to say maybe even that, like, hold on. Give me just a sec.
He said, give me just a sec.
I think Cyril Gon's already booked with Spivak, isn't he? I thought one
But
of these guys already had a fight book, so we
the
needed
thing
to see how
is
it played out.
because what it was, yeah, the fight that was the Aspinall's fight that he got injured was against Blades. Have him run it back.
Yep.
Nah.
Nah. Motherfucking Oliveira and Islam running it back. Why
That's
not?
it, right?
Yeah, I didn't want that either.
Well,
Nobody
evidently
wanted that.
they know it's not about what you want, Paul.
I know. I'm a fan. It's about what the fans want.
He
Well,
said, I'm a fan.
Ugh.
But no, hey, that covers this week's card, anyways. Really though, this upcoming weekend is what we've really all been waiting for. Even the casuals know about this one. Like it had better have been on everybody's radar, because when the UFC puts a card like this together, you just know. Like you just fucking know.
Yeah, this is stupid already.
Yeah, July 29th.
Essa and Holland jumps off the main.
Yep, no,
After that,
July
you got
29th.
Tony Ferguson and Bobby Green,
Delta
Wonder
Center.
Boy and Michael Pajeda,
Salt
Jan
Lake City.
and Alex Pajeda, and Poirier-Gaethje 2 for the BMF belt.
But look, even at the undercard, you got
But
Derek
Brother
Lewis.
Bone Fiend,
Derek Lewis.
I'm gonna get knocked the fuck out, Lewis. Claudio Ribeiro, nigga.
You got Miranda Maverick opening up the prelims.
The earlies. CJ Vergara.
Matthew Semmelsberger is usually fun
They
to
don't
watch.
even say who she fighting. Hell no.
Yeah, no, that one's gonna be a banger. And if you want, since we got some time, let's talk a little bit about this. We can get into depth.
They really did 290 and 291 in the same month.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So let's kind of cover a little bit this main card, anyways. Let's see what you guys thinking as far as Chiesa versus Holland.
Man.
Where is that a main card? Where are we at here?
Yeah, that's the main card, the very first bout.
Oh, okay. You know, I always favor the grappler. Michael Chiesa is a wrestler. I'm gonna go with Michael Chiesa.
Chiesa, okay.
That's all I know.
I gotta ride with
information.
I gotta ride with my Riverside homie, Mr. Kevin Holland. Hey, smoke weed every day.
And I think, man,
Michael Chiesa's old too, but you never know.
I want to say Green got it on the next one too.
Yeah, I'm thinking just in the way, and it's more so the way Ferguson's been trending.
Yeah,
he's lost like 4 or 5 fights now. Just caught a DUI, and again, I'm not saying that his personal life is necessarily going to affect how he fights, because it doesn't always affect fighters. It doesn't affect people the same way. But a lot of times when people are dealing with turmoil in their personal life, professional stuff usually is not as top tier. I'd like to see Ferguson get the win. And with the betting line, him being a plus 270, I'm gonna throw some money on it.
I already got money on Tony. I'm gonna keep putting more money on Tony.
I got money on Tony.
I'm gonna keep putting money on Tony too.
Yep, and then we got the return of the Wonder Boy, Stephen Thompson, versus Michael Pereira.
Yeah,
that should be a good one. And actually, that betting lines are pretty close. They got Thompson just a slight favorite, minus 170.
I got Michelle Pereira
dog. And then we got the debut of fucking Poatan at light heavyweight.
This is my main event.
This is your main event?
This is my main event.
I'm more excited about this fight. I mean, Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje is obviously going to be a fucking awesome banger, but like we've seen it before, and this is just, Poatan's moving up. I like it.
I'm going for Ogre on this one.
Which one's that?
The Ogre, nigga, Poatan.
Oh, okay.
Seen Ogre from Tekken 3?
Oh, no, I've never played fighting games. I always sucked at them, so I just never played them because I hated them.
That's funny. I got what you're saying now. And it's funny. I like what Pereira is doing too. He's going up and fighting the only dude that beat Izzy other than him. He's like, no, I'm gonna go up here and knock this dude out. And there's actually there was a lot of speculation too with this one because everybody in the MMA world knows that Jamal Hill tore his Achilles and relinquished his belt. So there's not currently a light heavyweight champion.
No.
Is this for the belt now?
No, there was speculation that they were going to make it for the belt, but basically people, Chael Sonnen himself said probably the reason they won't is that if they change that and make that a title fight, that will be the new main event.
Oh,
and if there's a switch in a main event on a pay-per-view, they have to offer a refund clause.
I see.
They don't like doing that. So they're probably just going to let it be, let these two fight. If Pereira gets the dub, I guarantee you his next shot is for gold. Like if he takes out number 3 ranked Jan Blachowicz and does it by sleeping him, there's not a doubt in my mind that Poaton's next fight is for gold.
And then he'll probably fight Yuri, which would be a fucking banger.
Exactly. But I'd have to roll with my boy Yuri on that. Yuri, ever since he hit the UFC, I was like, bro, this dude's a real life fucking ninja. Like, this dude is fucking different. He does stuff that you're not supposed to be able to get away with, but can't nobody beat him.
I'd go with Poaton.
I'm not saying it's not possible. Yuri's cut from that cloth too. They're both from that fucking warrior cloth. And there's stuff, and like he's probably good at learning technique and picking up stuff, but he's got shit that you can't teach. He's got shit that is just fucking it's in his genetics. Like, this dude, his ancestors a millennia or two ago were like pillaging villages and fucking like on that shit. And it's dope to have some of these people left, or these specimens left, to duel it out in a fucking cage. It's as close as you're gonna get to gladiator shit and to that really primal fucking combat shit that is obviously embedded in us. But yeah,
now they actually have MMA in armor. Have you seen that shit? I think it's terrible. I hate it.
But then, the main event too. Again, fucking Dustin Poirier versus Gaethje, number 2. This one is gonna be a pick'em, and Poirier's the slight favor, minus 150. Yeah, Gaethje's plus 130 dog. That's one of them. I probably have money on both of them.
Yeah,
because it could just go either way. Somebody's sleeping. Somebody is probably sleeping. Jorge Masvidal is going to be in attendance to present the belt, the new title, to the new BMF champion. Personally, I wouldn't mind, like, whoever wins it, like, start defending that shit. Put that shit on the line.
Word up. Do you think they should have more than just, like, the weight class belt? You know what I'm saying? Since they combine with WWE now, they can do like the Money in the Bank belt.
I hate
the octagon.
Or
I hate the BMF.
The performance champion belt. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
For the nights, you get a belt.
I'm not a fan.
We'll get the.
I just want to see a UFC ladder match.
We'll get Paul the hater belt.
Case.
We're gonna get you the hater belt. I'm gonna get it custom made. I don't know what I'm gonna put on.
I don't like interim belts either.
Well, no, you're the official hater, so it's undisputed. Like, you need a title
until somebody can hate more than you, or David Duke comes on the show.
There's a lot of people on MMA Twitter who hate more than me.
Well, they got to come on the show and take your title.
That would be lit.
But yeah, no, this upcoming weekend is gonna be a banger. I'm excited about it. Looking a little ahead after that too. Saturday, August 5th in the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, you got Sandhagen versus Rob Font. Originally, Sandhagen was supposed to fight Nurmagomedov, and in true Khabib family fashion, pulled out the fight. Like he knows like if there's gonna be a little bit of smoke or there's a challenge, oh, better pull out. I'm just talking shit, but it's kind of true.
Oh, is
but
that
yeah,
my
no.
man's?
Who?
Diego Lopez? He on the Sandhagen card?
Where?
On the he's like the third fight from the main. This nigga played soccer? Yeah, that's the same nigga, Alexa Grasso's fucking grappling coach.
Oh, is that dude?
Yeah, remember he stepped in?
He got another fight now? Hell yeah.
Bruh, this punk used to play soccer, nigga, in Singapore. Hell no. Hey, I'm about to do some research on Buddy, fam.
Soccer's the best base for MMA.
Real quick to be like a nigga you didn't know about 3 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Dog, he's Grasso's grappling coach. He's somebody else's coach for like striking and shit too. The nigga played soccer. He getting ready to fight. Like, what the fuck? Hell no. Yeah, it's his.
Okay, yeah. Jessica Andrade is on that card as well.
Yep, Dustin Jacoby and Kennedy Zachukwu or whatever. That nigga. Kyler Phillips is fighting Saeed Nurmagomedov.
Man.
I want one of those dudes who's got one of those names that's like, so I can hear the announcers try to pronounce it.
OST
Okay, there's
fight got
Jacoby.
canceled.
Oh no, I like what OSP.
Fight that night on the Sandhagen too.
I always forget, yo. We got a fucking fighter that started from here that's ranked light heavyweight at this point.
Yeah.
Jacoby?
15 ranked.
Jacoby?
Yeah.
Yep, he's fighting Chikuwu or whatever.
Yep.
That night. And my boy, Juliana Miller, is on the Dos Anjos card versus Vicente. And then who we got for 292? Your boy Aljo and Shaw.
Yup.
Doubleheader with Waylay Zhang and Amanda Lemos.
Man, that's gonna be a banger too.
And my other boy, Ian Gary.
In
against
Machado.
Jeff Neal. Hey, that's going, dog. Come on. Gerald Merchart, nigga. He's on there. Chris Weidman against Brad Tavares is that night. Corinne Silva's back. Cheeto's back.
Who's Cheeto fighting?
Cheeto's fighting Pedro Munoz. He was supposed to fight Cejudo.
Oh, you said that. Okay, I was looking at the fight night right before it.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at 292.
Okay, because when I was looking up and I didn't see him in the first 3 fights, I'm like, wait, Cheeto's not gonna be this far down on the card. Like he's earned his flowers.
No, yeah.
But okay, yeah, no, Jeff Neal and Ian Gary. There's been a back and forth going on. I think Ian Gary put Jeff Neal on a T-shirt or some shit. And somebody like called him out. I was like, that's not very good call outs for the fight, blah, blah, blah. If you're trying to get a fight, he's like, bro, this fight's already booked. This is promo for it. Like,
this is the promo for it. I'm chilling.
It was something about his family or divorce or something. I can't remember.
I don't know. And like, I'm all for it though. Like, if you want to try to build a fight, you want to try to bring in a little extra stuff. Like, there's certain lines like that you probably shouldn't cross, but I don't know. They both seem like Neil didn't seem upset that his face was on a T-shirt. Like he seemed like he was in good sport about it. They just trying to sell the fight. Yeah, you got Garbrandt on that card as well versus Mario Bautista. Yep. Fuck, this is gonna be a good card.
Yeah, dog.
Now they got some stack cards lined up for us. I mean, even after that, you got the Holloway versus the Korean Zombie.
Yeah.
And co-main event, at least at this point, is Ryan Spann versus Anthony Lionheart Smith. You got Aaron Blanchfield taking on number 3, Talia Santos.
Chidi and Joe Kawani.
Man, bro.
JJ is fighting that night. Aldrich.
Yeah, it looked like a free fight, UFC Fight Night. Yep, that one's in Singapore. So, damn, yeah, that's going to be a 7 a.m. start time.
Oh, I'm doing it. I'm waking up.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I'm doing it. I'm waking up at like 6 and dropping Germans.
I think one thing I am going to start doing, though, is like every fight day, like, for example, this was a London card. I should have had fish and chips for lunch before the fight.
See, that's what I was saying, man.
Yeah, I'm going to have like
and what I was talking about originally, and we still need to get on this, because like anytime they go somewhere different, or fuck it, they go somewhere in the United States that's got a different kind of cultural food or staple.
They go to KC, we get barbecue.
We need to start, yeah.
So I was trying to only do it for like championship fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where the champion was from, we do some whatever they shit. But I like y'all idea too.
I mean, we can incorporate whatever might work best.
Well, what I'm saying is, let's say for fight nights, we do whatever city they in. And then for championship, like numbered UFCs for belts, we'll do wherever the champion's from.
Right. Okay. I like it.
And if we hit cards where we've already done a champion, we might do a dish where the challenger's from or some shit.
We can do that.
I like it.
I'm down, and that'll force me to kind of open my like expand my palate a little bit as far as like maybe trying some shit I might not normally try.
I hear acai is fire. It's Brazilian, like berry thing of some kind. I've heard a lot about it. I would love to try some.
We did some Brazilian style. What was it, like steak bites, wasn't it?
Yeah, infused.
Yep.
Like THC infused.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
It was fire. Churrasco. That shit was fire. But yeah, I'm with it.
I'm peeling like a bitch over here. It only took a week and a half, but it's finally happening.
Hell no.
My legs is just, yeah.
My legs on fire.
But yeah, no, this is I'm excited about the rest of the year because again, even after that, early September, you got Gane versus Spivak in Paris. That's a 2 p.m. start time. So we're gonna have a lot of cards where we can get some stuff. We got UFC 293, the main event still to be determined, but we got Kaikar France on that card.
What's the next card?
Saying 2 or 3 weeks, Ultimate Fighter's over, and that's when Contender Series starting again. Every Tuesday, I'm locking in.
Yep. Ooh, I'm telling you what, I'm still looking forward to mid-September though because they got Grasso and Shevchenko running it back. You got the
Shevchenko.
Yep, a co-main event: Kevin Gastelum versus Shavkat Ramonov.
Shouts out to TT Valentina. You know what I'm saying?
My wife
driving the minivan, rocking the Skechers, looking.
Now that was like it's still kind of surreal. Like, oh yep, I got to meet the Bullet.
Word up. I wanted to hit that little ballerina spin like Nina Williams.
So for the next card, what do we eat? It's Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje, or Jan and Pereira? I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do for Poirier and Gaethje. Maybe we should do the co-main.
Well, no, what we could do, we'll do Poirier and Gaethje, and we'll just do fucking nachos because
you got any Poirier's hot sauce? Let's order some.
Oh shit, he got some hot sauce.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look that shit up.
Yeah, remember when he fought Connor? He was like, "Here's some hot sauce."
Yeah, no, the first
fight. Walmart.
There you go.
Is it really?
Yep. Heartbeat hot sauce.
Yep, I'm trying to get some Poirier's hot sauce. Maybe I'll have some wings.
Order it off Amazon.
I got Prime. That shit will be here before Fight Night. Let's go.
Let's go. They got a 3-pack.
Triple Cajun kick.
Get whatever one you
Blue
want.
Refner. Okay.
So we eating chicken wings and what else?
Chicken wings and
What else does hot sauce go on? Fish.
I'd like maybe like some chicken strips.
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, that's American than the motherfucker. That's mighty white of you.
They both American. They both mighty white.
Yeah.
But wings is more niggery. You know that. You know that. No, it don't matter. Where are they from?
That's a good question. Maybe we should.
And Gaethje from like Denver?
We can have crawfish for Louisiana and fucking Poirier.
We couldn't have Chris Curtis run it with Bo Nickel. He's scheduled on that Grasso and Shevchenko card. He's fighting Anthony Hernandez.
Oh, buttocks. Let's see.
Poirier's from Arizona.
Poirier's from Lafayette, Louisiana. So yeah, that's basically New Orleans.
You could do like a gumbo.
Gumbo. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Gaethje's
from
you can do a seafood
Arizona.
boil.
And yeah, Gaethje's from Arizona.
So what Arizona got?
I just
Tacos.
looked up Arizona famous food, and first thing is fry bread, Navajo tacos. Sonoran hot dogs.
Navajo tacos.
So it says, yeah, what's Navajo tacos? Let's look it up.
I gotta look up Navajo tacos.
Indian fry bread. It does not even look like a taco. It looks like a fucking waffle with lettuce on it.
Navajo with Indian fry bread.
Deliciously crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside.
Oh,
Navajo
so like
tacos.
a chalupa shell.
I guess.
That's what it looked like.
It's got bean. Okay, it's like a taco pizza, but like not on crust.
Yeah, it looked like.
And also not like it at all.
Oh, and hey, while we're here and just chit chatting and whatnot too, let's look at this 291 and do our picks for the.
Already said, fam.
Parlay boys.
What'd you say?
I said Pajeda, fam.
Oh, that's okay. That's your parlay.
Right.
Okay.
Fuck it. All right.
Everything.
Let me pull up
You want me
Yield
to step
DraftKings.
it up by knockout?
Oh!
Step it up again, nigga. Round 2.
Oh!
So under 2.5.
Man,
Or
how
under-
far I need to?
Or no, under so either it would be either under 1.5 or over 1.5.
No, he just said TKO second round. You can bet that.
Okay.
Because under either of them could win and it would cash.
You feel me?
Man. So what's your pick, Paul?
Let me see. I'm looking at the card here. There's several fights I would love to bet on. That's the beauty of this card, honestly. It's a lot of fun picks to make. But
Yeah.
I'm going to stick close to the main card just for the excitement factor. And I am going to pick Michelle Pereira to body Stephen Thompson's old 41-year-old ass.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Not that 41's old, but it's old when you're fucking fighting in MMA. And you're not a heavyweight.
Yeah,
or
everybody over
heavyweight.
40's out of there right now. Holly Holm just got beat. She was like the last one.
Yeah, who's the fucking old guy? God damn it. What the hell's his name? He just fought recently. I can't remember if he retired or not. Andrei Arlovsky. Is he still fighting? Yeah. Fucking Grandpa Arlovsky.
He just lost too.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Gaethje by knockout.
Ooh, okay. That's a bold
All right.
pick. I like it. All right, so we got Alex Pereira. And we've got Justin Gaethje. What would you say, by knockout?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fuck, okay. Are you going all the way with yours? TKO round 2?
I'm gonna just say knockout. I ain't going with the round.
Oh shit! I can't even pick. I can only pick money line right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that's cool.
you'll have to wait for it to open up.
Damn it! See, this is where I have to remember shit and it becomes work.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll just shoot you a message like Wednesday, like, hey, remember?
Yeah. Michelle put it. Okay, yeah, that should be easy to remember. Anyway, these are big
When
fights.
they're all main event this time, I ain't fucking betting on another goddamn undercard for a second.
Right. Hey, I still think
All
the Shauna
my
Bannon pick was
undercard's
better.
been straight.
Well, no, but the result, like Bannon, you let me down. I'm glad I didn't even watch that failure.
Dog, you would have been pissed.
I was definitely like, okay, like I saw her fighting Invicta one time, and she's got a big personality, so the UFC is probably gonna push her, and she looked like a fucking bar floozy out there throwing hands.
Bro, like all Valley tournament style, bro. If she was in that, she would have won that hands down. But like that, even as she was throwing, she was only throwing to like get the point. It seemed like she wasn't.
Yeah, like she would throw a kick, and then
damage.
before she even pulled her kick back, she would start throwing her hands, and before she'd even had her hands pulled all the way back, she'd throw her second hand. So it was like really,
like she was just trying to score.
Like, yeah, it was like herky jerky and weird.
Yep, no, and that like I said in that Park and Pogues fight, I felt like Pogues was punching that dude's gloves for the first 2 minutes, like his hand was there. He'd be like, like get away.
Gotta split that guard, man.
Yeah, and then when they finally clinched, as he was backing off, he like landed a really good forearm elbow, and I was like, okay, that one was like that. You actually tried, but then after that, he's like, oh. Should I have done that? Like, and it went back to the same shit. But not all in all, like it's hard to complain because we've been really spoiled this fucking year. And like I said, I think I've waited for this time for a really long time, like to where there's such depth and want for fights that they can run them every fucking weekend. Basically, they could probably run them on Saturdays and then on Wednesdays too, like they're about to be doing with this Contender Series picking back up. Like,
bro, that I love Contender Series.
Oh, I do too, because the level of fighters that they're bringing in because of it. And Dana said, like Dana's got his war room where he match makes and he's trying to figure out how all the pieces are going to start together. When he started Contender Series, as people started to trickle in, he would put like a little blue dot by their fucking name to where he could keep track of who was coming in. And at first, it was just one here and there. His board now is fucking littered in nothing but Contender Series winners, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it's good for the.
I said so. The only thing I can compare it to is like I used to watch pro wrestling like that. You know what I'm saying? And like. So there'll be times when it's like, oh shit, they snapping, right? And like it's a really good show, the story's on point, everybody's did everything, it runs flawless, and then like it'll get stale for a minute, right? And then like right around WrestleMania, it'll start to pick back up again. Mm-hmm. And so during the time when it got stale, I started watching what's the fucking minor shit? For,
like AEW and
but the WWE one where they all come from, like Next or whatever.
NXT.
There you go. So I started watching that shit, and that's what I found was like, holy shit! Like it was less about the story and more about the wrestling. Do you know what I'm saying? And so like the matches were just off the chain because everybody's trying to get in WWE to the big show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So they're showing out their athleticism and shit.
And so like that, I was watching when like Charlotte Flair was on there, you know what I'm saying? Or like whatever, and fucking Asuka and Naomi, like when they all was on there, I was like, bro, females is getting ready to snap in WWE.
And they did.
And then I found out that Mankind is who trains them. I said, yep, that's what's up. But I'd say that to say NXT is kind of like, was like the Contender Series of wrestling. To where like I would like look for, like, yes, I watch Raw and SmackDown, of course, but I looked forward to NXT on Saturdays, nigga. Like, because it was like, oh, we're gonna have, you know, the Bo Nichols and the, you know, Raul Rosas Juniors, but we got this new nigga coming in too, and we don't know what he's gonna do yet, or if he's gonna be any good. You know what I mean?
That's exactly why I like PFL and Bellator.
Yeah. Word up.
And one.
They said and one. I like and one too. The Professor and AO and them niggas. All day. What, you taking a shit?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah, I was trying to look up a division and the site's fucking being weird.
Tom Clancy's The Division.
The Division. I played that shit.
I played maybe, I can't remember. I don't think I played it. Maybe very
The
little.
last one I really played like that was Rainbow Six Vegas. Because I had that LMG with that times 4 on it. And if I saw any part of you, fam, it was done. I wasn't even suppressing niggas. I was spotut. It was those. Have them.
But yeah, so I guess we'll be back next Sunday, probably earlier in the day, like we normally
Sunday.
You'll pay for the full seat, but you'll only need the edge.
I'm up with these Navajo tacos too, fam.
Right?
Definitely.
I know how to make the inside of the taco. That ain't it. I need to know how to make the outside.
The outside. I gotta get you to come out for one of these fights. If you want to do that, we can come out and cook it up at my nephew's spot.
Word
I know
up.
we get in the fight anyways, and yeah, we smoker friendly. We're good. But yeah, on that note, we'll be back next week. We'll give you all the results. We'll definitely get it locked in. So hopefully we got another win with the
Parlay boys.
Parlay boys.
Well, as always, this is A1 Music.
Breadmanship.
The resident hater.
And y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Everybody out there, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You already know the deal. Don't make me keep saying the shit. Just go do it. But y'all have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.